You know them days. You just got to take a deep breath. What's up, African superstar family? It's Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar with another Unpopular Opinions live. So, yesterday, I kind of began to unpack this topic, which is that many men are becoming feminized because they are raised by women. Contrarily, I want to talk about this topic because many times, you know, modern women are getting corralled into this like independent role and, feminism and all of this stuff. And I can do what a man can do and all of these type of mantras that I absolutely do not subscribe to. So I want to talk about this topic. This is my Unpopular Opinions live, which is I am not equal to a man, nor do I have any desire to do manly things. First of all, big shout out to the African Superstar family, the customers of the africansuperstar.com. Please make sure you head over to the website. It's scrolling across the bottom of your screen. You can check out my merchandise there. Also, a big shout outs to all of our members only who support our platform on a monthly basis. They are designated by the circle next to their name. Big shout outs to all of our subscribers. You guys know my next music video drops at 3,000 subscribers. So currently we're waiting on about 50 more subscribers before I drop my brand new music video. Huh? What? Yes. So obviously, if you like my content and you like Unpopular Opinions, my music videos, all of my content, my vlogs, please make sure you're supporting the platform in various ways. Okay. I want to talk about I'm not equal to a man. One of the fallacies that we have kind of gotten wrapped into is this notion of equality. Now, this is probably controversial to a lot of people because there's, again, all this hoopla around equality and all of this. In my opinion, equality does not exist. We are all unique and we're all different. And that should be the perspective. And also, we can't compare ourselves to each other and kind of have this status quo of what we are supposed to be and become because again we are different, we have different talents, we have different outlooks, we have different appearances, we have different cultures. There's so many varying factors for us to say that we're equal to each other. In regards to females and males, we are not equal to each other, nor are we competition. We are different components that, if put together successfully, creates more of a balance because women are good at different things. Women are physically designed for different purposes and so on and so forth, and men vice versa. And when we lie to ourselves and say that we're equal and that we have the same function, it is a irrefutable lie. It's not true to begin with. And I want to speak on my behalf specifically and say, I have no desire to do manly things. Big shout out to the African Superstar family. What's up, Maria? I see you there. Big shout out to you. Thanks for being here today. I have no desire to do manly things. So, like I mentioned, to those of you that are unaware, I'm currently in Europe. I have taken like a little temporary job at a warehouse during my time here to kind of supplement my project costs and things like that. And obviously, in the warehouse, there's lots of manly work in the warehouse. So, what happened to me today was there was a young man that came over to me and said, "Oh, will you help me with, this particular project?" And I looked at him and I said, "There's all these guys around, there's only a couple ladies there. I mean, probably less than 5 and probably over 10 men." So I thought to myself, you know, your go-to person for a lot of these things should be a man. Things that are heavy, things that are rough, things that are, dirty, go to the men first before you come asking me if you know what I mean? To be honest with you, all I really want to do Can I be honest with y'all? If you are here in the room, let me see a number one. Can I be honest with you? Okay. All I want to do, okay, is look pretty, huh? Wear nice clothes, get my hair done, go to the pool, go chilling, go to the spa, be at the beach. You know, I want to develop hobbies. I want to make music. I don't want to be a man. I don't want to be a man. Okay. I don't want to be independent. And to be honest, sometimes there are days when I'm just so frustrated because so many things have been associated to a black woman or an American black woman, and I don't want no parts of it. Okay. I want to be baby girl. I want to be princess. Huh? I want to be kept. I want to be spoiled. I want to be loved on. Okay. I want the flowers. You know, I want the cuddle when I'm giving a when I'm sad. I want you to tell me some jokes and make me laugh. I don't want to do manly stuff. I don't want to fix flat tires. I don't want to worry about the car. Huh? I don't want to do yard work. I don't want to get dirty. Okay? I don't want to do any of that stuff that has historically been men's work. I don't even like the corporate environment, if I'm honest with you. I think the corporate environment is great for men. It's very stressful for many of us women. And we find um, a lot of friction in spaces that have historically been male dominated spaces, you know? Um, and I see several of the ladies in here that are backing me up that are like, yeah, I don't want to do manly things. I have no desire. Now they have been projecting this mantra out here in the mainstream, okay, that, women want equal rights and women can do what men can do and all of that. Listen. I'm speaking unpopular opinions. They don't represent all of us, okay? I also want to say to the fellas, that lie, that story about, black women aren't feminine and all that black women won't submit, black women are in competition with their men. Listen, that doesn't go for all of us. There's lots of us that would be happy, to give the reins to the men in our lives. Some men are not suitable to lead because of their own reasons. I don't know, you know, but I can definitely speak for a subsect and say a lot of us, we don't subscribe to that nonsense. We know what time it is. Okay. A woman is good at many, many things. And ladies, listen to me, especially if I have any young ladies here. Women, we are good at so many things. We don't need to worry ourselves with things that are reserved and designated for men. Let them do what they need to do. Because after all, like I talked about yesterday on my live stream, most women don't like a feminine man. Okay. Most women that are into men want a masculine man. Okay. Nobody wants the kind of man that's sitting there with you talking about how he broke a nail or, baby girl left a comment on yesterday's live stream saying that she witnessed, um, some young people got a flat tire. The woman was driving and there were two males in the car. The males got out and began to walk and left the woman alone to sort out the tire or the situation, whatever. There's a lot of us, we still like chivalry. Hello. Huh? We still like a man who can fix things and, gonna cuddle us up and be, strong and, these kind of things. Going to tell us that it's going to be okay and, don't worry about it. Yeah, yeah. I know it's not popular in 2022 for a woman to say, oh no, I'm not equal to a man. I'm not equal to a man. I'm not a man. I don't want to be in his echelon because we're different, you know? And I think this is grooming from society that society constantly pits us against each other, you know, black or white, the West against Asia, male against female, all these things, Republican and Democrat. Who's the best rapper? Who's the best basketball player? When in reality, we're different and we all have things that are unique to us and special to us. Okay. What we should be telling our people and young people now, okay, what we should be doing, which will be very beneficial, is empowering young women to be good at things that women are great at. Huh? And empowering men, hello, to be great at things that men are great at. That's what we should do, you know, instead of misdirecting and misguiding the next generation, by telling them that they can be something that they will struggle in. Big shout outs to all the African superstar family, to the ladies. Many of us have been promoted to do things that, again, are masculine. We have become the breadwinners in our families or our households. We have become very highly educated. Some of us are earning a lot of money or holding a high position. Huh? Some women want to behave like men, but they realize, they get the reality check that, honey, you ain't a man. You see, these things that I'm just talking about give status, confidence, and pride to men. It makes him, as our generation knows it, a high value man. But when a woman does the very same things, it makes her an entitled bitch. Huh? It makes her strong and independent. The same things that make people and women and, all of this stuff gravitate to men makes people run away from the opposite sex. Now a woman is intimidating. Now a woman is too opinionated. Now she doesn't need a man because she can provide all her needs for herself. You see how that works? Now, in reality, if we were equal, then we'd have the same outcome, wouldn't we? Right? If we were equal, we'd have the same outcome when we do the same things. Funny how that works. Now, I have never seen or heard that a woman is useless for being the best mother that she can be. Huh? I've never heard that a woman is intimidating by being a great cook, knowing how to sew, knowing how to clean her home. Huh? I've never heard anything negative when women are doing things that historically women have been great at. But when we try a different shoe and a different line and role in life, somehow that works against us. And, it's my problem because I'm an intellectual and I'm always thinking about life and I'm always thinking about how to simplify a lot of the difficult things that I'm faced with, or, various problems. And I think that, again, society has created a lot of this chaos by telling us straight up lies and promoting us to live a life of straight up lies. Because I'll tell you right now, you know, a lot of these women that have gotten thrust on this high-powered, single, independent life, a lot of them want men. Oh, oh yes, they do. They're out here fronting in the community that they can do it by themselves, but deep down inside, you know. And many of them are even frustrated that all their accolades and their education and all of that stuff is not drawing the man of their dreams to them. Okay. But men have historically always looked for the same things. Yeah. Ladies, what have men looked for? I know the ladies in the room know. Go ahead and give me some suggestions in the chat room. Big shout out to African Superstar family. We got a few of you guys in here, so I'll make sure the likes is on point. Please stop. Like the video right now if you have not. Ladies, what are some things that men have historically always liked about women? What are some things that they always go for? I've got one on the top of my tongue. I'm gonna let y'all throw one out first, and I'm gonna throw mine out. What are some things historically that men have always valued about women? Always expected from women? Big shout outs to you guys there. We got Brown Coat Blue. We got Marie in the building. We got Jolie. She's representing from our members only. W in West Africa, good to see you. Big shout outs to you. Yeah, I'm trying to make time for some live streams for the family. So you guys make sure that you are on code. Big shout outs to the family. All right. Thank you, Marie. Beauty. Marie says beauty. Historically, men have always loved beautiful women. Women that put themselves together. Do makeup, make their hair, wear beautiful clothes, have a nice body. Okay, pretty skin, pretty teeth. These are things that have historically always attracted men. The thing that I know is cooking. I've never heard a man complain that his woman cooks too good and that the food is too delicious. I've never heard a man say, man, I'm not going up in that house because she's going to have a hot meal on that table. And you know what's ironic is as they're busy promoting us to get these, advanced degrees and work in the corporate world and, buy our own house and do all this stuff, the very basic skills, the very basic things that have always attracted men to women, they do not promote. So you have a lot of these career women, and guess what? They're too busy to cook. They're too busy to clean. They're not interested in those things. You have some women that are neglecting their looks and everything altogether, fitness, um, you got to be able to see through this agenda. You got to be able to see through this agenda, guys. Big shout outs. Brown Coat Blue says, not only in this men versus women arena, but Western governments serve their masters, and that ain't us. LOL. Obviously, women can do anything. They're brilliant minds that we need. Absolutely. Marie also offers pretty, fit, and submissive. These are things that men have always loved. Sometimes they like a sassy woman, with a little spunk, but the ones that they choose to marry, this is it. This is it. Do you find it interesting that they promote us to do what men can do, but they don't promote us to do what women should do and have historically done? Guys. But me, okay, I'm not even going to put this on some of you guys because some of you guys are strong, independent women and you're going to argue with me and say, no, Gina, we're all equal and I can do this and that. Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to speak for myself because this is my unpopular opinion. I am not equal to a man. I'm a woman. I need to do what a woman does well. I'm not interested in a man's world and work. I'm not. You know, when that young man came to me and asked me to help him with the project, I was thinking, that's hard work. And you need to go get one of these guys over here. I've made them understand in my warehouse job, I'm not into lifting anything heavy. I don't want get any splinters from the pallets. Huh? Okay. I don't want to break a nail and I don't want any injuries because I need to walk up out of that warehouse the same way I walked up in. You see, because you are a man and I'm a woman and it's different. Big shout outs to the African superstar family. Brown Coat Blue says, again, personally, I don't have a problem with women at any level. Absolute freedom is best, but it's important to know the agenda and the reason for the push from big corporations and governments. Listen, people can come along and say whatever they want to say on this video, but the chaos and divide, more specifically between Black males and Black females in the West, is evidence enough. Okay? All the things that we mentioned that are attributes of women historically that have always been kind of aphrodisiacs to men in the past have been created magnetism. I know when I was growing up I learned the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Okay, that's one of them old wives tales, whatever they tell you. Okay, um that is what men like or want. And women have decided to give them something different than what has historically always worked and now want the men to accept it. And the men complain about all of it. And in addition to that, some of the biggest evidence of all is they don't choose to marry these women. You know, again, you can disagree with me, but the proof is there. The proof is there. You know, um, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of moving parts. We know that strategically, I mean, the agenda to divide the Black man from the Black woman is very, very obvious. But there are other components that are also at play. If you feel like your counterparts, many Black women feel like Black men in the West are not man enough for them. I mean, I definitely have that sentiment in many situations I've been in. It's just like, man, this guy is not the man. And then consequently, some of the men feel that the woman is too hard. She's too difficult. You know, some of it is just nonsense that we use, against each other as venom, but some of it has validity because I know a lot of ladies, myself personally, a lot of my, you know, peers from college and stuff, and they actually look down on what's known as women's work. You know, they believe that they can live like a man and they can do the same thing as a man. And that has led them down a certain path. And now, when they're in their 30s and 40s, they're realizing, wait a minute, this is not working out the way it's supposed to be. And they look at themselves and they're like, but I have my own house and I'm very well educated and I earn a lot of money. But guess what? Those only attract a certain kind of man. An opportunist man is going to look for those elements in a woman. But a man's man is going to look for all the other things that we talked about: beauty, submission, cooking. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, there may be a potential suitor who watches my channel. I don't know. I just want to let you know. Okay. I don't get down with this nonsense that is promoted in the mainstream. No, no, no. I'm a baby girl. If you're ready, to let me live that life. To hit me up, man, for real. Because men's work is hard, you know. Um, the role that men play in society, I don't want it. I don't envy it at all. You know, even me having to kind of man and direct my own life, many times it's so tiring. It's nice when you have a counterpart that you can kind of, bounce ideas off of, or just relinquish some responsibilities to, you know? And again, historically, that is how it's meant to be. That's how it's always been, you know? A woman kind of is the accent piece in relationships. And the irony is, a woman really actually does control the relationship by how she massages and treats the man. She can get the man to cooperate with her by handling him a certain way. That's the irony, you know? But we want to come out and control in a certain way, again, that is associated with men, and it's not working out for us, period, point blank. Big shout outs to Ajike. I see you there representing. My members only is in the building. Please make sure you guys like the stream. Yes, Unpopular Opinions live. I'm not equal to a man. I can't speak for you, but I'm not. And I don't want to do what he does. I don't want to do what he I don't want to do what he does. I already told y'all, you know, I want to be soft life. Okay. I find that when I live in Ghana, when I'm in Ghana and I don't even have to work, it's amazing. You know, I'm a naturally happy morning person. When I wake up, I'm excited for my day. And I find that the workplace has always been a downer for me. You know, I find that people are very unreasonable, and having to manage it has created like anxiety and just unnecessary stress that if I never had to go there or be there, I won't have those encounters. You know, I'm okay with a little moderate job. Because them corporate jobs come with a lot of stress. Yeah, you might earn more money, but you got a lot of problems, you got a lot to deal with, a lot of people. It's just a lot. I don't want that. Somebody asked me the other day, well, Gina, you used to work in the bank in the US. Why don't you try the banks here in the UK? No, thank you. No. I want a job that I can just go punch the clock and leave. I don't want you people depending on me and asking me a lot of questions. I don't want a lot of responsibility. I don't want you constantly monitoring me and micromanaging me. All that stuff that goes with the corporate environment. No, I don't want it. But men, they flourish in those environments. You know, we get targeted and maligned, especially by non-black women. I mean, a lot of you guys have probably had run-ins with them in the workplace. It's like off the hook. But men don't get treated the same way. Why is that? You got to ask yourself. You know what I mean? And this is very true. Miss Lady says many of us are products of our environment. Absolutely. That's why we have to consciously break these chains off, and that's part of the reasons why I decided I need to be on the continent. I need to be on the continent. And if I begin a family one day, I want my children to have the liberty to be who they're supposed to be. And I don't want them being shaped by these Western expectations of, oh, my son is a thug, or an Oreo or a homosexual, and my daughter is a strong, independent Black woman who may or may not ever get married and needs to be a career woman and manage and facilitate her whole life. No. No, I don't want to, repeat this nonsense, because a lot of us who don't subscribe to these societal, uh, ideologies, we're getting penalized by it because people just assume that we are on it, that we believe in it, that we patronize it. And I'm speaking out and saying, no, Not me, you know, not me. Big shout outs to the African superstar family. Well, guys, I've been talking for a little while. I appreciate everybody who's here and everybody who has shared their opinions. It's crazy the world that we're living in and looking at some of the fatal errors that we're making, and the fatal errors we're making with our young people. You know, men don't know how to be men, and women don't know how to be women. Men don't know how to do the things a man is supposed to do, and women don't know how to do the things that women are supposed to do. And it's crazy. And instead of our society, taking control of that and say, okay, you know what, let's groom these children to be great at things that they should be great at. They're promoting counterproductive behaviors and attitudes and mentalities and lifestyles. But we all know what their agenda is. The more chaos and dissension between men and women, the less likely that they're going to get together and procreate together. And that's exactly what they want. I mean, it's a clear agenda. They talk about it all the time, and that's uh what they are promoting us to, how they're promoting us to live is creating. And it's not a coincidence that countries that do not have the same mantra are not experiencing the same things. Americans and British, these societies are not conducive for family at all. you know Educate yourself on international countries and see how some of these countries look after newlyweds and young mothers and families and all of this stuff, and you will see, oh wow, America and the UK not conducive for family. They actually make it difficult to create and maintain families, especially for ethnic minorities. you know So big shout outs to you guys. I have talked. Big shout outs to Ajike. She says, I feel you. I'm getting penalized by it right now with my family. Yeah. And people are going to tell us that we're crazy. People are going to say, oh my God, Gina, that's sexist. Listen, I don't care what you say. Okay. I'm not a man. Okay. I'm not equal to a man. I don't want to be measured next to a man. We are not competition. We are counterparts. Okay. And if you don't know what those words mean, increase your vocabulary. Okay. We're not competition. Okay. We're not, if me and a man get in the boxing ring, I'm pretty sure we know who more than likely is going to win that. This is one reason, for instance, sports, was isolated. You have the men's sports and then you have the women's sports. Okay. You don't just have a football team, mixed football team with males and females. Okay, because men have different athletic abilities than females do. Hello. Even Serena Williams doesn't compete against male tennis stars. She competes against other females. Now, other female athletes would be considered her what? Competition, because they are in her likeness. Hello. They all have a fair opportunity to compete against each other because they're all working with the same equipment. Okay, but when you're comparing men and women, is like comparing apples and oranges. Okay, I don't care how orange the orange is, how sweet it is, how juicy it is, and all that. It's not an apple. It never will be. We are not equal. Equality is nonsense anyway. There's people that are better. There's people that's more pretty. There's people that's taller, faster, smarter. you know um there's always top, there's always bottom, there's always the best. you know we need to gravitate away from this whole like equality thing and accentuate who we are, because we're all different. And I mean, listen, I mean, this is very controversial, but I'm getting ready to wrap up. I'm not equal to a lot of people because I'm better than a lot of people. Sorry. My circumstances are different than a lot of people. It is what it is. There are people that are better than me. It is what it is. You know what I mean? In most cases, people that harp about equality are people that want to be in the same categories as people that are outperforming them. Hello. Because no one's arguing about being considered equal to the homeless man or being equal to the mentally ill person or being equal to the drug addict. No, but you have standard people that want to be equal to people that are outperforming them. And that's not fair. Because like what the Bible said, if you don't work, you don't eat. You feel me? The more you put in, the more effort you put in, and whatever. Big shout outs. I'm gonna say this point, and then I'm going to wrap up. How many of you guys went to university? Did any higher education? Let me see a number two in the chat room. Big shout outs. Isaisa's here. She says, I feel most equal when I'm in the States. It's absolute nonsense. I'm going through that now, girl, because I'm in the UK and it's like, look, y'all are men. Okay, we don't need to be doing the same stuff. Y'all do some different stuff. I do some different stuff. All right, big shout outs to the African superstar family. So Isaisa did higher education, so did I. I know one of the most frustrating things that I had to do was that group work. Yeah, y'all remember group projects? Huh? Group projects was some of the most bogus stuff ever because you always had maybe two or three, if you were fortunate, that actually did the assignment. Maybe the group was made up of like 5 or 6. And guess what? All of you guys got the same grade, irrespective of who put in the work, who did the research paper, who did the graphs, okay, who created the model. Okay, those people that did nothing in the group project got to eat off of the people that worked hard. No, equality, nonsense. Okay, you want out of this life what you put in for. That's how it goes. Okay, so again, the person who is outperforming many other people doesn't want to be seen as equal as the low performer. Does the star quarterback of the team want to be compared to the guy who got cut, who rides the bench? No. He wants to be the star quarterback because guess what? He's the best player or one of the most valuable players on the team. You see, they tell us nonsense and we just ingest the nonsense. Oh, yeah, we're equal. We're not. Guys, let me tell you something. You guys are not equal to the next person. You're not. Some of you guys are better. Some of you guys are doing more. Some of you guys are more smart, more capable, more talented. Okay? Don't let them dim your light by saying that you're equal to people that you're not. Okay? And don't let them dupe you and tell you that men are equal to women and women are equal to men. No, they're not. There's something different. That's why we as women feel some type of way when we see feminine men. Huh? I, for instance, get so disgusted and sick when I see these male makeup artists because I think to myself, that's crazy that for a man to behave like a woman, he's getting all of this hoopla and all of this, fanfare. And if he was just doing manly stuff, he wouldn't get all that fanfare. Some of us wear makeup all the time. Some women wear makeup every single day. Does everybody make a big deal when we wear makeup? No, because that's girl stuff, you know? And that's what I'm saying. You know, girls need to be good at things that are designated for ladies, and men need to be good at things that are designated for men. And there's so much variety, there's so much diversity in that, and we shouldn't be ashamed to be good at things that are associated to us. We're doing everything else but what a woman is supposed to do. We're doing everything else and wondering why we're not having success. And even the people that are advising us don't have success. And we still buy it and we still do it. So this is a thought-provoking message that I wanted to bring, to the channel because I really think that we, as we say in Ghana, people don't think far. Okay, they start regurgitating nonsense and subscribing to nonsense without even analyzing it. And if you just look at your life, you will know for a fact as a woman you're not equal to a man. You will see them do the things that you do and have a totally different outcome. Okay. People in the workplace and stuff like that. You will see males get away with murder. You will see them escalate, get promoted. You won't see an assertive male be looked at like a bitch. They'll be looking at him like, wow, he's the Wolf of Wall Street. Wow, that guy is he's a gem. We need to really just lift him up. Meanwhile, the more assertive a woman is, she's perceived as a bitch and difficult. However, the traits that we went over earlier in this live stream have never been a negative attribute of women. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, if you're too pretty, if you're very good looking, some guys will be scared to approach you and blah blah blah. But a lot of times, your beauty is going to work in your best interest. If you don't believe me, just ask supermodels. A lot of them they're dumb as doorknobs. Look at Beyonce. She can barely even give an interview, but she's beautiful. So she's a superstar. There's people that can sing better than her, but because she looks good, you know what I mean? Beauty works in the favor of many, many women. Okay, being dainty, being feminine, being submissive, all that stuff. Those are seen as positive attributes to a woman. Being able to throw down in the kitchen, be able to cook, be a great mother. Have all kind of remedies. Your kid is sick, how you got some herbal remedies to give your kids. All these things. I know one of the things I used to love about my mom, she got everything in her purse. You need a tissue, she got a tissue. You need Vaseline because your lips are dry, she got that. She got sweets, she got mints, she got a toothpick. She got Band-Aids, first aid kit. You know? Mel B says beauty works in favor, but it just doesn't last, or an accident can happen at any time. That's true, but still, I mean, at the end of the day, it's something that historically has always caused men to gravitate to women. That was a question. I don't know if you were in the chat earlier, but that was a question I asked, what are historical things that have always caused men to be attracted to women? And beauty was the top thing. Marie brought that out, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Men like having a pretty woman on their arm. And just because you get older doesn't mean that your beauty goes, your beauty changes. Also, if you still take care of yourself, you will still be attractive even in your senior years. Just look at Angela Bassett. Regina, what's her name? Lena Horne. Many Felicia Rashad. If you exercise and eat well and stay fit, you still look good. Now, you're not going to look young because you're no longer young, but you can still be attractive. I mean, I don't know. I say real men do. I don't even really know if a lot of men like all of the things that we're doing modern day. I think that a lot of women are doing things modern day be due to low self-esteem, and they're also being influenced by female celebrities. I don't know that your man is telling you, yeah, baby, get that BBL. Because I know, for instance, when the fad was to lose weight, a lot of men were saying they don't like skinny women. Okay. A lot of men were saying they like thick women and curvy women. That was something I always heard growing up, you know. However, the magazines and the billboards and the celebrities were reflecting something else, and women wanted to do that for their own thing, you know. So, I mean, a lot of these men complain about the weave. A lot of these men complain about the provocative clothing and all this kind of stuff that a lot of women are doing, keeping up with trends and whatnot. But I don't know if that's what they really like, you know. Um, I don't know. I can't answer that. I can't answer that. I'm not a man. But I do know, the real men that I have had relationships, they've been able to embrace me in all forms. A lot of men that I've dealt with, for instance, they prefer me natural. You know, they like my natural hair, they love my afro, they like it when I don't wear makeup, all these things. I mean, I think a lot of what we do as women is we're appealing to other women, because men half the time don't even notice what we're doing. If we got on a Versace dress, you know what I'm saying, we're wearing some Creed perfume, we got on some Ferragamo high heels and a Fendi bag, and we spent 100 pounds on our nails. They don't even be noticing that stuff a lot of the time. They'll just say, "Oh, you look pretty." But a woman's gonna be like, "Damn, look at her handbag," and "Oh, she got that designer dress on," and "Wow, she's got that Brazilian hair," or whatever. She went to the nice salon and got hers. You see what I'm saying? So in a lot of ways, I think we're flexing for other females. You know what I mean? Well, he says, "So look, we're gonna have to talk offline. Listen, I can't be out here publicly talking about my love life, okay? But I would say that you know, obviously it's no secret that, I prefer, men from the continent, really. Um, but I mean, it's so difficult, nowadays. I mean, it's not an easy thing. It's not like you can just go to the shop and find them, but they're there. They're there. Real men are there. You run across them every now and then. Um, and they like you. They like you the way that you are. They love it, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. But anyway, listen, listen, listen. Don't get me off the topic. Y'all be trying to do the most in these live streams. Oh. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah. Look. We can talk about it. We can meet up and talk about it. You know what I mean? It's complex. Unfortunately, relationships nowadays is complex. But I mean, what you guys have to take away, and I would say what the ultimate moral of the story of this particular live stream, as I've seen so many ladies in the chat that also concur with my line of thinking, is that there are these stereotypes that are projected out there, okay, about what men want, what women want, how we're supposed to be. And a lot of us don't subscribe to it, which means that you're not alone, you know. So, I personally know. I mean, look, he says trying to get me hemmed up. I'm like, I can't even speak. But I would say, I've crossed several men that just like me the way I am. You know what I mean? Very few of my men have ever said to me, "I only like it when you dress up. I only like it when you wear hair a particular way. I only like it when you have makeup. No, a lot of them, a friend of mine just told me the other day, I was out and about and we had a video call and it was like, oh, you got makeup on today. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, but you look so pretty without your makeup too. I just want you to know that. And I was like, okay, I mean, I hear you, but I'm about to wear this makeup on the weekend. But you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's a different concept conversation. You say so. I'm not about to get in here. I can't put myself out there like that, girl. Because I know people think because I'm not married that I'm experiencing deficits. It's funny because I'm really choosing. I'm just so choosy. Choosy lover. Girl, I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad you chose me, baby. All right. I'm done. I'm done. Big shout outs. What's up, Rokoya? I'm glad you stopped by today. I actually had a phone conversation with her this morning. Big shout outs to those of y'all that show me love, man, and those of you guys that reach out and text, and those of you guys that are personal friends of mine. I love y'all. It means a lot to me because obviously being social media, you have a lot of people that follow you, watch your videos, and would say that they're associated, but they're not really. So I appreciate those of you guys that actually be like, hey, Gina, how are you doing? Are you okay? How's everything? I love that. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I did have a good conversation this morning with Rokoya, my homegirl out there. She's now in Ghana. So that's wonderful. And big shout outs to all of you guys that stopped by. I have to run now. Obviously, my time is up. Yes. So if you just got here, please make sure that you go back and watch the playback. This has been an interesting topic. But yeah, I'm not a man, as you can see. Yes, and I know my role, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yes, indeed. So big shout outs to everybody supporting the African Superstar. Don't forget, you can always send physical fiscal support as well. Go shop at theafricansuperstar.com. Also, you can purchase my music. Yes, I have 5 tracks out. I'm all official. iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. Go cop the tracks. I have 5 more tracks that I want to. They're not all going to come out this year. Sorry, guys. That's just a lot. But I have 5 other tracks to bring out. That you guys will love. Big shout out to Eunice. I met up with her last week and she got to hear a lot of my new music. I know Ayana's also heard some as well. So big shout out to the African Superstar family. Until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.